Welcome everybody to another episode of Dave's Movie Dailies. Today's movie we're going to talk about Carry On, the movie that's streaming right now on Netflix. It came out December 13th, 2024. It was like the movie for the holidays. It stars Taron Egerton, Jason Bateman, and Sophia Carson, and it was directed by, forgive me, his name is Joam, is Jaume Colette Sarah. So the movie's out on Netflix right now. You can watch it. It was the movie to come out for the Christmas season, and it was aiming to be like the next traditional 80s 90s type of film. It goes along the lines of Die Hard 2, where people try to figure out if like the Die Hard movies are Christmas movies because they took place around the Christmas season, especially part one, which brought a whole new genre of movies, which was like the Christmas action flick. And that's what this movie is. It's a nonstop thrill of a ride Christmas action film. It stars Taron Egerton as a police academy washout who pretty much ends up taking a job as a TSA agent in the airport of LA, and pretty much just he's looking to have more responsibility at work, so he asks his boss if he can get a little more responsibility, like I just said, and one of his friends gives him a position where he has to pretty much check every bag and all that stuff as a TS agent. So Jason Bateman plays the antagonist, who is planning not so cool type of plan. He's over here ends up slipping an earpiece into for him to put in his ear, and starts to give him instructions, starts to tell him things that he has to do. If he doesn't do it, then he's going to kill his pregnant fiance, who is portrayed by the actress of Sophia Carson. So he's pretty much being blackmailed into doing a whole bunch of different a whole bunch of different little adventures, little excursions, little jobs. If not, then he will murder his pregnant wife to be. And how do we know? Because they tested it out on he tested it out on other people, and he did kill people. He had more. It wasn't just him. He had other people working for him during this whole situation. So he ends up pretty much. His whole plan, Jason Bateman's whole plan, is to get Taron Egerton to allow a specific package that's going to make it onto the airplane. So him being a TSA agent, he has to pretty much notify if there's anything funny or weird that goes on a plane, or stop it from going on a plane. But his whole point was to Jason Bateman utilized him to literally let the package go through. What was in the package? Well, it was a bomb which had a deadly nerve agent inside of it. So his whole plan was to get this bomb on the plane. So he was using him to blackmail him, and he had to allow it to happen and all this other stuff. Obviously, Taron Egerton throughout the whole movie is trying his hardest to get this information out there. So he didn't want to alert anybody that this was going on, because if not, they would have killed his fiance. But he tried his best to allow the information to go out to other people, and other people were mysteriously dropping like flies because of what he was doing. So he was very close to getting it out there many times, but it couldn't happen. It didn't happen. So this is my best way of me not telling you what's happening with telling you what's happening. Pretty much the whole movie is about, it's based in the Christmas season during LA. Obviously, you're going to hear Christmas music related, all these different Christmas. That's why it's a Christmas action film. But yes, it's on Netflix right now. Definitely, it's free to watch. I'll tell you right now, from a scale of 1 to 10, to me, okay, I feel like it tried too hard. This past year, 2024, I saw this movie called Trap. It was an M. Night Shyamalan movie. At the time, I was dating somebody who thought the movie was great, and a couple of my friends thought that that movie was great. To me, it was trash. Trap was trash. Literally, there was only like one redeeming quality of that movie, and it was the ending when the main character ends up having his whole little monologue and why he's doing that and all this other stuff, which I thought that was like the most realistic part of the movie. But in that as I was watching, and that's a whole other movie, Trap. Carry On made me feel like I was watching a different version of Trap because of all the little jobs that he had to do, that Jason Bateman had him doing, that to me were a little unrealistic sometimes. But again, you have to get your mind out of, this is a movie, and it's not always going to be easy. You know, it's not always going to be realistic. I guess if you, to me, I'm not a big fan of movies like that to come out to streaming. I think movies like that should come out theatrically. It would get a much better play. But I understand why it came out streaming, because nowadays people are not going to the movies as much, and since they're not going to the movies as much, movies are flopping continuously. So streaming sites are making a killing because people are flocking to their streaming to watch these specific movies. And they're becoming successful. You know, people rather stay home and watch a movie at home than go home. Go to the movie theaters and run the risk of watching a bad movie and spending $20 in the theaters. I don't mind it. I have AMC A-list, but yeah, people rather stay home and watch it. So it became a success on the streaming site, but unfortunately, to me, it wasn't a great movie. It's an okay movie. It's a fun movie to watch with the family, fun movie to watch with friends at home and all that stuff. Like when I went to my friend's Christmas get together, they were all watching it at the house, and they were all intrigued and yeah. Again, I was sitting there. I was like, yeah, I saw this movie. It was okay. It's okay. Not great. It's not going to win Academy Awards. Not the best action film ever. No. But it was a good movie. So definitely, it's an okay movie. 1 to 10, I give it, again, 6. I know that a friend of mine requested that I have to come up with a way to personally grade these movies. As for now, I give, because of my feeling in my heart and how I feel about this specific movie and how I know that it had a lot of things that weren't believable, I give it a 6. I'm not going to go straight up to a 10. I won't even give it a 7, but a 6 is passable. You know, it's like when we were in middle school that if we made it to 60, 65, that was a passing grade. So 6 is 6 minus or 6 plus. It's a passable grade. So the movie, you have to be feeling that type of movie. I believe that the whole way of him getting the bomb and the reason for him putting the bomb on the plane and what the bomb had, I don't, you know, that's why I'm degrading it a little bit, because it's unrealistic. But again, I have to stay in the realm of this not being a realistic type of movie, so it's unrealistic. But that's why I graded it a 6 plus. But definitely check it out. You might have your own opinions. It's on Netflix right now. It's called Carry On, starring Taron Egerton and Jason Bateman. Until next time, this has been Dave D. Saint for Dave's Movie Dailies.